what it seems. Things won't turn out perfectly when you want them to. And there is one thing you can do.
Talk about some very fascinating things. And one is cinematherapy. What is cinematherapy, and why is it so valuable to the health of um, anyone, girl or
Yeah,
woman?
yes, Becky, I love using cinematherapy in my practice. And that's where I simply write a movie prescription for the patient. And I want her to see that film before her next appointment. And the reason that I do this is because I want the patient to stop, to bring her focused attention to a subject. And so I didn't have a lot of success in prescribing for books unless she's a motivated reader, but I can get almost anybody, almost everybody, to watch a movie for an hour and a half or a little over 2 hours between appointments. And so in her focused attention, she may see herself. She may see a loved one. She may see similar circumstances or situations that she herself is going through that she feels are insurmountable. And in seeing the film, it may bring awareness. It may bring a fresh perspective. I have had patient case studies where cinematherapy brings total transformation. And oftentimes, I think sometimes a patient needs to laugh. She needs to cry. She needs to unlock suppressed emotions. She needs to pivot from negative thought patterns that are limiting her. And I find that a film can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll just highlight two of my favorite movies from the last year that I've prescribed to a number of women. The first is Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Now, everybody can remember that because it rhymes, okay?
It rhymes, yes.
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. In this, the character is stuck in grief and nostalgia, longing for the past. But she catches a dream, and her dream is to go to Paris and have a Dior custom-made dress. Now, that is a big old dream for a cleaning woman that works in London. And I won't reveal more about the story, but it is very uplifting, and it is about generosity of spirit and the idea that all things are possible if you trust in yourself, trust in your intuition, your imagination, and find inspiration.
Just the title of that one makes you smile.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it does. The other film is Where the Crawdads Sing. I have to say that there is a lot of tragedy in the world. I do see many patients affected by trauma. I saw a patient not too long ago in her 60s, and she said, Dr. Stevenson, do you think that some of my symptoms are related to what happened to me when I was a child? And I said, absolutely. There's research that supports that. I want you to share with me about what happened. And I want you to get help, the help that you need as it relates to healing from these traumatic wounds that are now manifesting themselves in your 60-year-old body. Absolutely, there's a connection that goes back to the central spiral, the psyche that I talked about in the feminine life cycle. So the film, Where the Crawdads Sing, there are trauma themes in the movie. Some of it is kind of hard to watch, but it's a beautiful film about the healing power of nature and the role of mind as the mender. If we keep our poise in adversity, even when we're an outsider and all things seem to be stacked against us, unimagined things may happen. And that's the message of Where the Crawdads Sing. Magnificent film.
I've had a really good friend that said that she watched it. I haven't watched it yet, but it's on my list now. And she just raved about it. What a beautiful movie it was, and it was just so touching to hear her expression And especially because we had just covered some of those in your book as we were preparing for it. I was like, wow, I'm going to watch this now. So then
Yes, so I have many case studies with movie prescriptions that will resonate with the readers and the listeners of my audiobook or reading the print book. You will see the movie prescriptions, and I hope that you enjoy them.
There is one thing you can do. You can sit on